Welcome to After Dark. That's all I
Well,
got.
that's it. That's all you have is the intro.
Yeah.
Welcome to After Dark, where we like to
Where we like
roll the dice. All right. So now that our cockman is here, Zeke,
That's recorded now.
that's it. You're going to be famous for being
Forever.
the cock,
You know, call
Cauck, man.
It's okay.
That
sounds good.
Yep.
So we're currently looking at the map of everything. Garrett, you had requested the world map before. I'm sorry, I had to move our
Craig
marker.
was spelling this world's version.
Didn't Garrett want to fucking
Unrelated reasons.
Yeah, just like the polar bears.
Correct.
Polar
Unrelated.
Notice there's no snowy caps in this kingdom because fuck the cold.
It was a metaphor.
Oh, Zeke, you gotta do something with your mic.
I don't think metaphor is the right term.
Okay, so who wants to do the recap? Can y'all just roll a dice right now? Everybody roll a die and
We
5,
Ryan like 2
4,
episodes ago.
3, 2, 1. Garrett? Okay, Matt, you go first.
Are you fucking kidding me? I wasn't even here last session. They were out fucking fighting something, and I'm sitting back at the cart.
Yeah,
Listen,
so
I can do this.
Well,
Ryan, you rolled the highest, so
you can, yeah, go ahead, Ryan. Take it.
Nah, Matt, you go ahead. I'll take over when you're.
yeah, he'll support you.
Yeah, support me. So we were asked by Torix, what was it?
His employer
Master?
is his I guess
go
you would
get
call that
some-
when you're an apprentice, right? That's your master.
Yes.
Get some, fucking, what is it? What was it called?
The raw
Line.
lodestone.
Yeah, raw lodestone.
Raw lodestone, and it's apparently located at these trees in the this forest to the north here, the northwest of Feral Dune. And we set off. We
Well,
were.
look, all right, you went a little too far. I'm going to cut
Yep,
in
go
for a
ahead.
second, really quick. Philo was covered in blood from the time before this. She went and got some new clothes. Merrick went to a music shop where he was in search for certain ballads, and he ended up choosing the Roar of the Music of Revolution. I can't wait to see what that does. If it does anything, I'm not sure. I'm not completely sure.
It makes
how bars
everybody
work.
really orny.
It makes them very
Ooh.
horny, yes. Alpha went to a stable to basically try to find a mount where I think he got distracted by some very colorful little robotic birds and he wanted one. But he ended up buying riding horses, which is very useful for all of us at all the
Yeah, you're
times.
fucking welcome.
And he ended up, we'll talk about that later when we get to it, when I file it back, he ended up spending an immense amount of time with those horses.
Ooh.
As we went
Ooh, are you
forward,
implying
and exactly how he said, also while we were still in the town, Torek went to his boss and found a job for the raw lodestone, and after that point, that's when we set off.
Ooh, you said raw load.
Yeah.
Got him.
This is too much. We're talking about
And then Alpha.
pack and cock and raw load.
Just cut
decided
that
to retreat.
sound clip and just make a auto-tuned video out of it.
Everyone decided to retreat, and then Alpha. wanted
Yo,
to,
whoa.
What?
Retreat from what?
You're really bad.
What do you mean? We were retreating. You guys ran away.
From what?
Bro.
Well, like you're skipping to the ran away part. Ryan, just go.
Gonna do this.
You know,
Yeah,
Matt,
okay.
by the way, good job in just being so bad that we just have to make Ryan do it.
It's
We
the
were-
perfect plan.
It was a
It's
plan.
the
I think
best
it was. I
plan.
think it was. We were also given a cart with. I don't know if there was mules also with the cart.
No,
No.
it was a wheelless cart.
No, it was a sled.
awful.
That's
It was a sled, and did our horses pull it, or did we get something?
no,
to
it was
pull
a fucking cart that you pulled. Like,
No, I just don't remember though if
No, it's-
our riding
It was
horses
a
were
car
pulling
from
it.
the.
yeah, you were getting. It was pulling. Sure, it was pulling by one of the horses. I mean, you guys never said if it was or wasn't, and honestly, that was a
Okay,
detail
but
I'm not worried
either-
about.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it either. I'm just wondering if there's random ponies that are probably gonna die too. So we went off to the edge of the forest where we were going to this raw lodestone, which I believe is usually found at like the bottom of trees, like the end of something like that. But either way, we knew where to go because I believe Torque has done this before, if I remember. We decided to dumbly leave the path and go to the lodestone, but we didn't take the cart to put the lodestone on or the horses to help carry anything. We left that all with Alpha while he was stroking his horses as we
Blasting
entered into
Dassy,
the
right?
woods to find this lodestone. And at that point, what we found was once we went there and got closer to the lodestone, we were just going to start. A slime came out of the ground.
Yep.
And the slime, we started battling the slime and stuff like that. It was all good. We beat the slime. We thought we were good.
Well, you
So
you
some
you
deers-
sliced the slime in half, and then that's when
That's when a
Frederick.
a big ass hook horror.
the
And
hook horror
a
attacked you
couple
first.
deer-
Is that what happened? And then
deer- no,
the
deer
mushroom
did.
moose, the hook horror.
Well, Mushroom Moose did first, and then the hook horror popped out, but it was around the same time. And they all had these mushrooms on their body where every time they were being attacked, they were basically poisoning us as well if you were in range of the poison cloud. And someone decided to attack them more than once, stuff like this.
I wonder
Can't
who.
say exactly who it was. Use your imaginations. We were dominating that thing, and then we were so close to just wrecking it. And then Merrick called for retreat, so we all agreed. We were good.
Now hold up.
We were all good.
Did you say Merrick called for a retreat? That, that's notable because Merrick, I don't believe, has ever called for a retreat ever.
He did.
He was-
Torek was fucking shit up with a cannon too.
Yeah, Torek, I remember, was blowing through
We've
things.
never lost a fight before.
No, that's still true. You haven't lost that fight. It's been postponed.
No,
Yeah.
like we literally murdered like everything up until this point, and like this is the first time we've actually had.
Yeah, like
anything.
even that dragon, you guys fucked that dragon up. Yeah, it attacked you once,
This is
but like,
this was the
Yeah,
first
it only
time
down
Craig
to
came
us.
up with an actual fight that was challenging.
well, you know what it was is I nerfed Philo. What is that?
Yeah.
I take Philo out of the fight, and you guys are like floundering.
Basically, yeah.
Oh my God.
Well,
Yeah,
we
and then
also
she
didn't
just keeps
have,
attacking.
It's like I'm gonna try and keep killing it. No,
I
mm.
get what you did, and this still might have been beatable if we were smart enough to bring Alpha with us.
but you
But
obviously
we
not.
We were obviously weren't. Like if we had a full team there, we probably
sitting
would
at
have.
the-
We probably still would have had this.
at the end of the
And,
road,
like I
just-
would have got the pick.
Alpha's like,
still
man,
could've done
It feels
like-
really good to have horses again. I
Yeah.
forgot how good this felt.
Yeah, so basically, we
Alpha
were shit on by this big ass,
not casting
this
the
big
spell
hook
he
horror
needs
and
to.
these deer. I almost died to deer.
You did almost die to deer.
I almost died to deer, and we had to retreat and head back to Alpha, who we met in the woods again, who was finally on his
Was on my
way.
way.
He healed me up a bit,
So did
stuff like that, and that's
Merrick.
kind of where we ended off. Is just meeting again. And we explained to him what happened.
that
But
kind of explained a little bit that I wanted to, take care of it so others don't, come upon it. And we were talking about how, this might be like a regular occurrence in this area, and all that.
And I believe we all finished off when you guys were on the way back towards Ferelden, right?
no, we didn't decide that.
Oh, okay. Sorry, you just had all met back up.
Yes,
Okay.
We were like arguing about it, and we
Yeah.
like cut
and we
it.
decided to leave it there.
All right. So why don't we just pick it right back up there then?
That would make the most sense.
Ethel, you don't understand. Every time I hit him, it hurt me more. I don't think we can do this.
Philo was in rough shape after that one, guy.
Hmm.
I don't know how much. I don't know. I gotta do it again. We
Maybe-
just talked about the end of last session.
Come on. What the fuck? You
Maybe-
gotta get into it, alright?
Maybe we
Listen,
could,
cough
lure-
twice. Hello, this is Taco.
I don't know how much how much more you can just do compared to what you just did, but I'm hurting pretty bad still, Alpha. I don't think I can do this again.
You'll have me there with you, so I can hopefully draw their attention. I just don't think we should.
Get it, but I can't get
Leave.
close. I
Well, don't you? You know, I do have I have a crossbow on me. You think you can handle it?
no, I have some. That's right. I can do that. I have some other supplies. If you really think do this, then I'm game. But if it gets bad, we need to leave again.
Okay. Perfectly reasonable. Torque and Merrick. What do you guys think?
I mean, I burned a couple high-level spells that first round, but yeah, I'm game for one more.
And
Well,
Alpha,
gee.
every time I struck a blow close to them, pain back to me was twofold.
Well,
Can you all just say your HP out loud real quick?
22.
40.
Out of. Yeah, just give me like a blank out of blank. Just so I know like what everyone's
2 out of 60.
so you're really fucked up.
40 out of 41.
Do I see?
So yeah, like you can tell like
Philo's
Philo's
fucked up.
bloodied. Like
Okay. So then,
Philo has like these dark rings around her eyes because the like she's been really like poisoned. Her like fingertips are like a little blue. Like Alpha, you noticed like you were basically like, what the fuck happened to you? Torek, what is your health at?
Oh,
Torek, not Merrick. Ah,
Good pizza time.
pizza time. Oh,
no,
I thought he was just quoting Spider-Man.
because because since we could tell that she's visibly bloody, I'm like, I think I'm changing my stance. Like, Merrick is avidly against fighting.
Yeah,
these
so
things
like
again.
so visibly bloodied is like under half HP. And then like
Yeah.
very bloodied is at a quarter.
Yeah,
okay.
take, edit out that last part.
Yeah, we'll edit it in
Merrick
post.
took
Well, if you guys don't think we can go on to that, we don't have to do this right now. We can get you guys rested up.
Philo needs a doctor or a maid or something.
I'll just throw Cure Wounds up there at level level 2
I got lucky enough that Merrick was able to talk me out of it.
plus 4.
That he had me back down.
We don't have to do this right now, guys. We can look our wounds here and come back. I just don't want to some poor folk to happen upon the whatever that was.
I've traveled with
Horrible.
you this far. If you're confident,
We should head back,
Down,
rest
but-
up, and make a strategy. There's no way we're going right back in there. Look at us.
That sounds great. That sounds like a good idea. Head back to Feral Dune then, or we can camp out somewhere close.
What time of day is it, Greg?
I mean, you guys set off in the was it
It was
noon?
wasn't it, or something?
Yeah, it was like noonish when you guys set off. And I mean, it was probably like an hour or so to get there. You guys fucked around for an hour. So it's like 2:30.
guys, if we heal, I was close enough to see what was actually happening. I saw it every time I hit one of those disgusting mushrooms on their back exploded. So there's got to be a way we can take care of that before. Unless Orixier's cannon can just take care of everything, I don't know.
Yeah, Torek, why don't you just blow him up back there?
I don't have much experience with cannons, honestly.
I also have a few. I can stay at range if need be. We could sneak in, hit him with our long range. Surprise them, and then rush in. Maybe I'll rush in, draw their attention.
Well, I was thinking more in the lines of we have some type of explosive or something. Or I don't know how your magic works. If we can take out those mushrooms first, hit them with an attack that'll blow them all up.
I still have a bottle of this wine. Maybe I could create like a Molotov cocktail.
With wine? No, Matt.
That's your psychosis medicine for fucking Merrick over here.
Was that see? This is my important question. I gotta interrupt one more time because
Also,
when I just
wine
switched-
is not
when I just
flammable.
switched voice right there, and
It's
yelled
not
at
really?
Matt.
No, Matt,
No,
you have
it's not.
to
That's
you
why
have
I said
to
it's
like
not.
get
It's
above
not.
like what
That's why I said-
120 proof or some shit like that.
Oh,
Yeah, that's why I said not wine.
Yeah.
But like, could you tell the difference in my voice?
Oh,
there, Leon?
yeah. I could.
Enough? You could enough? Okay.
Yeah, you're doing a good job.
I just really want to try to get to the point where I
Put it this way: can you
can
guys
switch back and forth.
can you guys tell when I'm doing a character voice versus when I'm talking Craig?
Yes.
Only Tavi.
Yeah, you talk like this.
I can't fucking hear my
Your
voice,
nose
so it's
Yeah.
weird.
Fair.
All right, so the wine won't work.
Yeah, it's got to be at least 80 proof, by the way.
What are you trying to do?
You guys are
Some
just
80 proof wine. There's no way wine. There's no fucking
But
I mean, this
flammable
is a
wine,
different
No,
Matt.
no, I know. I'm
doesn't
This
just
is a different world.
that's no. Just let you
Why?
know, alcohol must be 80 proof to be flammable.
Well,
Wine's still a beverage people enjoy in their meals. No one is. All these people are not enjoying a glass of
Yeah,
80 proof
fucked
fucking.
all right, fucking. Well, I don't know. Maybe I was just thinking along the lines of fire. Guys.
So I can cast Firebolt, and I have a flamethrower turret that we can leverage.
Ooh.
And but wait, there's more.
But wait.
I can do arcane weapon, which will take a simple or martial weapon and give it a damage type that does 1d6 damage of that type when it attacks, in addition to whatever base damage it does. So, I mean, I could probably only do one of those, but I could do that and then give that to somebody in theory.
Be good for. Well, Philo's kind of fucked up, but
I don't think that's how arcane weapon works, is it? Arcane weapon is just something you attack on. It's like your attack for the turn. I don't have magic ability, so you have to be the one controlling it.
Yeah, I suppose it does say any target that you hit with a weapon.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think we should probably let some people in town know about what just happened.
yeah, maybe your master knows a bit about the area.
So you guys dipping back to town, or what are you doing?
I think we should get
I think
maybe
that's
some
the
help if we're
decision.
going to address what's in that woods.
I'm just climbing my ass off up on one of these horses. I don't know.
You're bleeding, or not? You're not really bleeding. You're just hurting on the inside because of all the spores you breathed in that were poisonous. Your eyes burn.
Almost like a shiver where everything feels weird. Like I'm just crunched over.
You're just
I'm just
nauseous.
a li-
You're
I'm
nauseous.
Crunched over on the horse a bit.
Everything kind of hurts. I mean, you feel hungover, but it's like way worse. You know.
I get up on the cart and play a bardly tune to soothe the pain.
What tune do you play? How does it go?
Dude, I
Campaign
so want to play a
Campaign
bard one of these times
Supernova.
because I would have.
Bard's broken.
I can't do that on the
Yeah,
spot,
but I would
dude.
love to come up with shit on the spot like that. Like I immediately thought of stuff.
Yeah,
I wanna play
no.
Bard
I
one
think
time.
Bard's the class I gotta play.
Me too.
It's just great.
Well, I can't
Garrett can't come up with something on the spot.
Why
Chooses
not?
to play a bard.
I can't transfer
Like
it,
you can't come up. Like I would be coming up shit and almost.
I
Like,
got like 5 songs
you've
ready
all
to go.
seen The Witcher, right? Like that
Yeah,
type
but I
of
gotta
tone. Like I could come up with so
Google
many
a
songs.
link to it and
That
then
type of
find
tone.
it.
You don't have to sing. You just gotta give me some beats.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
now
it
the
could just be a
the
beatboxer.
inspiration's gone.
Of course it is. Anyway, he sings a song that you all enjoy, I guess. You guys are on your way back to Feral Dun. Are you guys chit-chatting about anything on the way back, or are we just going to montage through it?
Just discussing probably strategy. I mean, I don't know.
What strategy would you like to discuss then?
We go in there, guns blazing, sneaky.
Going where?
Well, what are you going back to Feral Dun to? Like, you're trying to get more information, right? Or
We already talked about strategy for the monster.
fair? All right. I'm gonna fast forward to Feral Dun then.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just need some help, I think.
Yeah, you guys got it all. You know what you need to do. You need to get more people and more help. So when you roll back into Feral Dun, you guys, I mean, like you said, it's been a few hours since you've been gone, and when you guys were leaving Feral Dun, because the Forge has been kind of working overtime ever since you guys told the Forge Master about what's been happening. So when you guys were leaving, you actually saw the first products of that fervent forge work, and they were basically these very large pieces of sheet metal that they've been building, and they look like they're trying to You just saw them on the ground when you were leaving Feral Dun, but when you came back, you see that they have actually been working on making the walls that are separating like the outside of the outside of the mountain. There's like there was like a low stone wall. They're actually this metal is trying to make those walls taller, and they're trying to firm that up. So you can see the Forge Masters kind of immediately directed the town into a sort of defensive building right now. So now they are starting to pull those walls up as you guys are rolling back into Feral Dun. And so where do you guys go first?
I think we should tell the Forge Master. Or wait, no. We should go tell Attilio Drag, who put us on the mission. I think. What do you guys think?
Agreed.
Attilio Drag or the Forge Master?
Attilio Drag was the one who set us on the mission, I believe, because that was sort of like the one last mission I had before I resigned.
We should tell him why we didn't complete the mission, and then
Yeah, so we go to him first.
So you guys roll up to because he's Torx Master. You guys roll up to his floating workshop, and Drag's beds, and you guys spill the beans as to do you tell him everything about what happened, or what do you tell him?
Oh yeah, no, I tell him I'm very open and straightforward.
You're like, we knocked down a tree, some shit popped out of the ground.
It attacked us. We tried to fight it off.
Yeah. How explicit are you? Do you tell him tell me how explicit you are.
I explained that they were jellies, and we threw a lot at it, and things only kind of got worse. I talked about the weird mushrooms, and basically was like, we have to let the Forge Master know.
All right, cool. And so Attilia is like, definitely, thank you for coming back. I see you brought back the cart and perfectly fine, and the mules as well. I thank you for that. But yes, I would go talk to the Forge Master and see what this is, because we have experienced this before, and I know he does know how to fix it.
Thank you, sir, for your forgiveness and your advice.
Of course, Torek, and thank you for what you have done for me, or attempted to do for me. And I'm glad you have made it back in one piece. One of my past apprentices was not quite as lucky as you.
That was kind of creepy.
I'm glad I told you now when you're alive, huh?
Yeah. So, see you later.
Oh, goodbye.
Dude's a dick.
Listen, he's just...
As I walk away, under my breath, I say, fucking Tarek?
He was very drunk. He's been drinking all day, obviously. You're...
It's right there on the bottom of the screen.
But you know what happens, though? It's just you say one thing, and then something else comes out. It's weird. Luckily, he had the gall to correct it so quickly.
This is why I named the flamethrower guy Frederick or Flemick or whatever the fuck I did. I was a little drunk.
Ick. Ball ick. Okay. So yeah, you guys are making your way towards the Forge Master. The fervent bang of the Atlas Forge has been accompanying you guys this whole time, and so you guys kind of just stroll right on in, and you see where he, he's in his spot. He does have his own kind of large personal forge that he hammers on, but he's like directing everybody before the hammer strikes down, and then while the hammer strikes down, he quick like while the Atlas Forge strikes down, he quick like makes a few dings on whatever the fuck he's working on. And then he like kind of directs everyone else before the forge strikes down again. So you could tell though, while even he is leading, he still is kind of obsessed with working with his hands on something. But he does see you guys approaching. He sees how Philo is kind of messed up, and then he whispers over to one of his lieutenants standing nearby, and they go and take over commanding the Atlas Forge for now. And he approaches you guys. And who is leading the conversation?
Tiago, we need help. Philo was badly injured.
What has happened here? I forgot how my voice sounds.
Maybe this is something that we talk about privately?
Yes. We shall do that. Come on up to my chambers, please. And he leads you all up into the chamber you guys were in previously.
Sir, we understand that some of the things that we've seen today at the edge of the forest, you've dealt with before, and it seemed pretty serious.
What did you guys see? I could see Philo here is quite injured. What's going on?
We were attacked by crazy monsters.
What kind of monsters were you attacked by?
There was a slime, and there was a bunch of mushrooms.
He looks, he furrows his brow for a moment, and then he's like, what color were the mushrooms?
Who's that perp shirt?
Were we ever told that?
Yeah, purple, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely wouldn't know. I was right there. I don't.
You don't
They were
remember?
purple?
They were purple.
They were
Yes,
purple.
they were purple. I was surrounded by them.
He furrows his brow for a moment, and then he like paces back and forth, and then he walks over to near where his bed is, and you see he like pushes his hand towards the rock and like slides it over, and like this kind of compartment opens up, and it looks like those old telephones that had the two little horns with the talking and the hearing. So he pulls that up. He talks into it, and he says he mumbles something, and then hangs it back up and closes the little slat, and then he's like, Samsara will be with us momentarily. I think she will be able to guide us towards this. Yeah, you were right. This isn't the first time we've seen this. As far as I know, every few years, it's like every 4 or 5 years, one of the shrines right near the edge of Cheridon Forest, it like gets, Samsara calls it corrupted or whatever. It gets corrupted, and this undead kind of shit starts popping up. Real problem until you just have to go in, cleanse it with like this simple ritual apparently, and then everything's fine. But Samsara really knows the details upon it. I'm more of a metal to the grindstone kind of guy, and apparently that doesn't quite work in this situation. So she should be here at any moment and kind of tell you, what to do. She should help you out, And he's just kind of, you guys are then just waiting for a few minutes. Do you have anything
Questions while this is happening. What
Yes.
is the Forge Master? What is the race and stuff?
So he is a human, but he is one of the largest humans you've ever seen. He's built like a tree trunk. He's very tanned. He has many scars on his torso. He almost never wears a shirt.
All I can picture is Andre the Giant.
Not Andre the Giant, more like the Mountain from, season 2.
Dwayne the
Mountain.
Rock Johnson with a lot of scars.
Yeah, like it's a lot of scars of they're like, they're not long like cut scars. They're like just little pock scars, like he's been working on the forge shirtless and bits of metal fly out and embed in his skin and burn. That kind of ness. He's got a
He's one of those, huh?
yeah, he has a nice rugged beard, not very long, but kind of short, very black. And he is completely bald.
Like something goes wrong with a forge, something weird's happening, something gets caught in there. People are scared.
He
walk
walks
and pull
in,
that shit out.
like puts on the shitty gloves and just grabs it with his hand and pulls it out, and everything's cool. That kind of guy. He's but he has all his digits. He's not, he's very tree trunk like. So you can tell he's very, very strong core. He just beats a hammer all day long.
Bitch mittens.
Yeah, he's got bitch mitten. He calls those bitch mittens. His hands look like oven mitts. Do you have any other questions before Samsara gets here, or anything you want to do before Samsara gets here?
I mean, I'm just gonna sit down.
Philo, can I offer you a beverage?
Please, yes. Water would be wonderful.
I don't have water, but I do have a small beer if you'd like that.
I'll take it.
So he walks over to another thing by his bed, puts the hand up, slides over, and you see what looks like a tap. Pulls a cup out, fills you up with some small beer, hands it to you. This should help you out a little bit. Not much, but at least it'll keep you hydrated. If you need something stronger for the pain, let me know.
You add that help back to your helpful.
You can take a small rest if you'd like, or a short rest if you'd like.
I will take that.
How many dice are you rolling?
Wait, I'm gonna play a song of rest. Don't roll.
Those are some good rolls right there. Wait, you're only a D4? Wait. Your hit die are not D4. You're a fucking barbarian. Your hit die are like D12. Let me look at your character sheet because you're a barbarian, right? Yeah. Yeah, dude, you're 1d12 plus your proficiency bonus or your constitution bonus. I don't know why it's rolling a fucking D4 for you. Yeah, that's really weird. So can you roll your hit dice for me one more time? Just do D12 plus 2. Roll it 3 times, I guess. There you go. So 23 you got back? Hello? Can you?
Connected. Channel switched.
Oh wait, no, because it's.
Were you guys?
more than that,
Could you
right?
guys hear me
So
that whole time or no?
6,
No.
Fucking.
No.
I hate. I gotta get a new fucking headset.
What
What
did
did what did you say?
So Ryan, your hit dice is a D12. You have to roll
Yeah.
D12 plus
So thi-
2.
All right, this is what I wrote. This is
Just
all the rules.
Scratch
All
this. No,
plus-
fuck this. Start again.
How do
D12.
how do I remake this then?
I don't know. Just roll a D12 plus 2. As many up to what level are you?
Wait, roll again. So go back to
Yeah.
22 health and then.
Go back to
Why can't you
22
just
health
Add 2 to those rolls.
because I'm
Alright,
this.
I'm at
I'm this
22
kind of
health.
guy.
Okay, so can I just do?
You can roll it what up to 6 times because you're level 6.
Doesn't pay attention.
No,
Sorry.
I do.
No, it's
You didn't even.
Is this how this works? Yes. Okay. 11.
there we go.
I'll do that for now.
Yeah, I'm like
But wait, I might do more.
okay.
And then I have to count the 1d6 that he gave me for a song. So let me do the 1d6. I don't know if that gets the plus or not. Probably
No,
not.
that doesn't.
Okay, yeah, I'm good.
All right.
I'm feeling amazing now.
You feel great. You just had a quick snooze. Well, Samsara
Put
got
my
here.
head on I drank the beer, put my head on the table for a little bit.
Yep. Just rested. He told you some really lame stories, like forging stories, because the only one that would be interested in forging stories is Philo, and Philo's asleep. So he just told you some really boring stories about a really hard piece of metal hitting a soft piece of metal for half an hour. And
You're right. I definitely would have been interested.
and so by the time, just about right before he's about to get to the punchline of the story, Samsara walks in, and then he's like, I'll finish it later. Then he's like, Samsara, these guys have that purple mushroom bullshit's back again. You want to just tell them, what to do? It'd probably be the best bet because, you should be here chilling instead of just going out doing some hivey-jivey bullshit.
I do greet Samsara with a hug.
Oh, she gives you a hug back. She likes you guys quite a bit. Says, hello, it's good. How are you guys doing? Oh, Philo, I feel your life force was injured, but is feeling much better now.
Just went through quite an experience.
And
think-
you've fought the mushroom monsters. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so this is what happens. As now I am the head priestess here in Ferelden, I have learned from the last priest that every few years or so, and I've seen this once or twice myself, the Kevlev Pop Shrine in Charodon Forest, it seems to be, it gets a bunch of evil spirits in it, and you have to go out, you perform a quick ritual, it cleanses the shrine, and then these things stop for a few years again. We're not quite sure what causes it, we just know how to fix it. It's just a quick, it's half a day's travel from here, no big deal. You go in, you go out, it's a day and a half max. Maybe 2 days if you're taking slow or you're injured. But this is all you have to do.
So
But-
we'd have to go back out with you with us?
So you do not have to call. You do not have to bring me. It's a very simple ritual that even the most novice can perform. You just have to take a bit of sage, a bit of worm's root, and then you say a small prayer as you light them on fire and drops them in the pool, and this will cleanse the shrine for a few years.
This is a holy ritual, yes?
It's it is a ritual of sorts. I would not say it is holy. It is a general cleansing ritual.
When we were out there, we were sort of overrun. Do you have any suggestions as to how to deal with these monsters?
So, what happens is when the shrine gets corrupted, it gets corrupted by a sort of a fungus being, and this fungus, what it tends to do is it will hook onto these animal remains, and it will revive them and control them. But this fungus is very territorial. If you go out of its territory, it cannot even see you. It can only see you inside of the fungal ring that you are on. You were probably stepping on the fungal ring without even knowing that you were there. And that is how it sensed you. That is how it determined you were a danger to it, a threat to it.
How do you determine the size of the fungal ring?
You just run. You run faster than they can catch you. This is the last time I went on this. Yes, we've had some very scary things pop up, but we keep moving at the current pace we've at. And
What kind of things were they?
so I've seen.
Were they very scary?
you making fun of me accent?
No, not at all. Sorry.
That's what I thought. I have seen a fungal grizzly bear. Well, I mean, I have not seen anything. I felt it, because I'm blind. I felt a fungal grizzly bear. I have heard the cry of a fungal phaser beast. But as long as you keep going, by the time they are out of as they have to come out of the ground, you are already moving much past the fungal ring.
But how will we know we're the right place to perform such a ritual?
This is where I can help you. She looks over at the Forge Master and she says, "Can you get me the looking glass?" And he goes over, touches another wall, moves over to the side, and he pulls out this. It's about 3 inches in diameter. It looks like a. How could I say it? It looks like a geode, but it's a nice sliver of a geode. There's a bunch of rock around the outside, but in the very middle of it, there is a small piece of blue glass situated in the middle of this rock slide. And he goes over and hands it to Samsara, and she says, "This is a piece of pixie glass. So this will allow you to find the entrance to the Kevle Pop Shrine. I can tell you about how far away it is. It is on a trail inside of Pterodon Forest, so you should be able to find your way there. But without this plexiglass, you will not be able to make your way inside. So I will mark on your map where you should go. but you will be looking for a large rock in the middle of 6 smaller rocks. When you look through the pixie glass, the big rock in the middle, it should have a sort of doorway for you to open up and then go down into the shrine. If you find a big rock with 6 smaller rocks around it and the pixie glass does not show you a doorway, you have gone too far. You just have to go about 5 minutes walk due east. But yeah, you go in. Once you find the Kefilipop shrine, you will just have to go in. You will descend down some steps. You will see this old statue. You go past the statue, down the next doorway, a few steps. And then you will come across this pool. Then you do you do this simple ritual. You burn the sage and the worm's root, and you drop
Hey,
it in.
Samsara, would you be willing to come with us?
It's I
We'll do everything in our power to keep you safe.
I know
That's what you're worried.
I know if you say I know you believe this, but I've had a bit of a traumatic experience, and I just really would like to stay behind the walls for a little while.
Understandable. You were, and
If you know,
I'm sorry. I just went past me. You were in
It's-
a place
it's-
you didn't want to be for a long time.
understandable. I get this. I understand what you're saying. Trust me in saying it is a very simple ritual, and especially since you have a cleric of Pelor, this should be of no problems to you. Just have your cleric perform the ritual, it will be fine. I will write down all these directions for you, or have somebody write them down, and it will be easy, I swear.
Perfect. Alpha, are you up for this?
Yeah, as long as it gets written down.
Yeah, the Forge Master has been scrolling this down. You notice as the Forge Master writes, he doesn't hold his pencil between his middle finger, his index finger, and his thumb. He holds it with his fist. But he writes like that. And he's like, here's here's everything she said. All the directions to get for you. I've seen this cleansed a few times as I've been Forge Master. It's no big deal. You guys will be fine, Maybe 2 days. No big deal. You guys are tougher than that, right?
Yeah,
So the
hopefully.
only thing that makes me uneasy is how much you're saying no big deal.
Why?
You say it once, it's okay, but you say it 7 times and it's uneasy.
I mean, I don't mean to say it 7 times. I mean, I've only said it probably 3 times. She's maybe said it 3 times, so it's only 3 times on average. It's not enough to make you uneasy, right?
Not at all. It'll be 7 sessions. So 1 session.
The year is 2035. They're still trying to cleanse the shrine. Yeah, so They advise you that if you'd like to rest up for the night before you go off, that would probably be advisable. But if you have any other questions, speak now or forever hold your peace.
I ask just because you guys have experienced this before. This is all the first time. Is there anything you may have that could help us?
Well,
Or you recommend us procuring beforehand if it's not something you have?
I mean, you guys haven't been into the forest before, right?
No.
Okay.
I haven't, at least.
So, it's dark in the forest. Yeah, sure. There's plenty of, fungus that gives off light, but, like, it's not like sunlight. So I would just make sure you guys have enough torches, to make it through the day. Bring a little extra because the light in there really just likes to, the light doesn't like to live a very long time.
Does that light attract anything?
You're not going very deep into the forest, so you guys should be fine. Like I said, you really don't have anything to worry about. But just keep one torch lit between you guys. You're not going in too far, so the trees aren't going to be nothing too scary lives near the edge of the forest. If you're going to Deepwood Shrine, I'd say something else, but you're not going there, so everything should be all right.
Thank you.
So Samsara marks on your map. Because of course you have a map of the world, why wouldn't you?
Her vision. Well, I get the other things, but her ability to mark on a map, that just fucking amazes me.
It's a figure of speech. She forgets she's blind sometimes. She marks right there. And she says, so remember, if the fairy glass does not work on the rock you found, you go travel 5 minutes due east. So make sure you bring some sort of compass or way to find cardinal directions. Because you will not be able to see the sky from within Sheridan Forest.
I shrugged the elf a little bit. I'm like, done different rituals before, right? You think you can do this?
Absolutely. I've participated in a few.
Yeah, we should be good.
You will be fine. I know it. You guys are very capable. You have... Think about this. You've gone to the capital. What is a little forest with a little shrine? It's nothing.
One last question.
Yes.
Travel. How do you recommend we go by foot?
You're not going very deep in the forest. You can go by foot or you can go by horse. The horses shouldn't be eaten.
Oh, that's reassuring.
I put it this way. I usually travel by horse. I get in, takes 10 minutes. I get out, ride horseback. I camp before going into the forest. I camp going out of the forest. But I like going in the afternoon. Is me. You go in morning, you get there by nightfall, or by a little before nightfall. You dip, you leave. Easy peasy.
Sounds good.
All right. Any other?
Obviously, tonight, I think we should stay the night here and figure out what time we want to go tomorrow.
Sounds good to me. I will.
What time is it? What time did we go yesterday?
It's like 3, 4-ish in the afternoon. 'Cause, you know, you all did take a nice half an hour rest.
Unless it's something you guys want to get out of the way. What do you guys think? Should we? It is 3. We have a few hours in the day left, and like Samsara said, 10 minutes and she was done. Wait. Two days. It's a day travel right there, right? How does that work, Craig? Because didn't this take like 4 days?
Oh fuck, you're right. I've been misspeaking this whole
Because
time.
this took like 4 or 5 days.
Yeah, no,
didn't
it's like, you know, it's like 2 days there, 2 days back.
So it's 2 days there, 2 days back. So
Yeah,
they're camping
pretend
and stuff.
pretend I've been saying that the whole time
Yeah,
instead
okay. Alright, yeah. It's like, wait a second. Alright, yeah.
Oh, that's great.
of, you know, these things just happen.
10 minutes would have been like
Yo, just jump on the train.
right here.
Just jump on the train, guys.
I like
Yep,
it. I
yep.
like yep. Okay.
The train that
So
goes
if we're
through the
spending
Lost
the night
Forest.
in the woods either way, I don't know whether it's worse to leave now or in the morning. But
We should rest up. I think we should rest up here tonight and then head out
I think we
fresh
should
in the morning.
Some alcohol greater than 80 proof.
Hell yeah, brother.
Or we could find some higher than 80 proof alcohol.
Let's do it.
could light a rag in Merrick's mouth and throw him.
Alright, so we turn it in.
Yeah, I agree. Spending the rest of the night here and leaving in the morning, bright and early, because it leaves it like leaving bright and early. You'll probably have one less night in the woods.
Yeah, that's valid. I like that.
How you doing, Craig?
What's that?
How you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm just typing something
You're
to someone.
You rewriting stuff because you thought that was 10 minutes away?
It's not that I thought it was 10 minutes away. I mean, it really doesn't matter how far away it is. Honestly, I just was in the
We
moment.
gotta roll battle rolls in the woods.
Do I, though? If you
We
guys...
we have to roll 5 battle rolls.
Yeah, if you guys fucking
Shit.
get shitty, then yeah, you're gonna fucking... Some big bad assholes are gonna fuck you,
Let's
but...
do it.
At least we'll have Alpha there. this
You know what it
time.
was? It's because I'm so zoomed in on the map right now. I forgot how far away it actually was. But yeah, so you guys go ahead and have a night at the inn. And do you guys do anything special that night or no?
I think so, because we basically did in town what we wanted to do last session, right? Well, I did it anyway. I don't know if it.
I mean, I did what I wanted to do. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm ready to turn in. Gotta rest these old bones.
I'm at the bar drinking until I go to bed. So we head out in the morning.
Yeah, sorry, I was typing some things to some people. So let's wait for Alpha to return. Can we take a quick piss and drink break?
Yeah, definitely,
Alright.
100%.
Yeah.
2 minute, real quick. Hello?
Hey, hello.
Is everyone back?
So
We're just waiting on Matt.
Alright, who's back?
Everyone but Matt.
I have some questions about. Should I whisper you that, or should I? Can we?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can whisper.
I
You
don't
you can speak it out loud if you'd like. That's up to
About-
you. I
I
whispered it
just
to you
don't
to
understand how I wake up. It was he next to me in the dream, or
Yes,
when I woke up
in
was
the
he next
dream.
to me? Okay.
You could share that with the class if you'd like. You don't have to if you don't want to.
Anybody else here?
I'm here.
I'm here.
Everyone but Matt's here.
That's like you think that's okay as like the people talking to talk about that?
Oh yeah, I just messaged him to you so you can do what you want with it.
Okay.
Like I just whisper it to you because it's just easier to do it that way than announce it out loud.
Well, it should be mine. That makes sense.
Yep. It's yours to do with it what you want, whether it be a player or a character. So, Ryan, repeat what you just said before Matt came back. The question you had?
Like what a question I had. I asked if, to be words, it was he next to me in my dream or was he next to me when I woke?
And I said he was next to you in your dream.
And that was Alpha.
Welcome back,
Who was
Matt.
next to me.
Okay. Cool. You
Philo has
you said
sex
this to
dream about
everybody?
Alpha.
Yeah, so Matt, whispers,
No, I mean, Philo told this to everybody, or no?
well, Ryan told it to everyone.
No, I told you.
Philo didn't.
Kind of. We're gonna have breakfast and stuff, right? I'd rather do it.
Yeah, so we're talking about the characters right now,
Yeah. So if we're talking about
not the play. Well, players are talking right now, not the characters.
Okay, so it's probably better to do it this way. So, and then I'll introduce it.
Yeah,
as the
let's
characters
talk.
everywhere,
Let's
so-
talk as players.
As you guys know, and I have these dreams. My character has these dreams and stuff like that, where I see things. It's a seeker thing. Matt, are you listening? Like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Alright. This time, what I had a dream about is basically a covered lantern, and then when I blow the dust off the lantern, it's a brilliant blue light, and I see you next to me. Once that brilliant blue light comes off. So it doesn't matter. It seems like I don't know what the dream means, but the light was covered until it was revealed, and it showed you. It
You
showed
guys in
Alpha.
the lantern?
No, we weren't in the lantern. It was just dark. It was a dust-covered lantern. Blew off the light, and Alpha was there. So it seems like I've gone through a lot of things. You guys have seen the dreams I've had, the experience I've had, and that. To me, how I think of it is just Alpha is going to be another character who might be the one who understands and is kind of guidance to what I'm experiencing through my dreams and what I'm seeing. Like he actually might be someone that could understand the things that I'm seeing or hearing. Because of his relationship with his deity. I don't know that. I don't really know that.
Alpha, do you have anything to put in? Matt, I guess, do you have anything to put in?
No.
You don't?
Because I was never
I don't know, dude,
I've never been like my character's never been a very religious person. She's never really her family was never strong into that. And now she's experiencing things that are becoming very real to her.
Yeah, but way back when, this is how I take it as just never like hearing your dreams before. Like way back when Samsara said, like she told you that you were a seeker, and that she like knew all of us from like a past life or something, or that we had all been here before, or something like that.
Yeah, there was different dreams I had too. Like that room we were in where Alpha's sister was being there. I saw that room before. Like I saw it in a dream and stuff like that. There was other.
Were you in a room this time?
No. This was just darkness, and then there was a lantern, and when the dust uncovered, Alpha was the only one there. In a very dominant, brilliant blue light.
Blue. Huh. Blue, 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 blue.
All right, so you guys are meeting for breakfast the next morning.
And Matt, remember, everything doesn't have to mean everything directly. Like your character, your character is super fucking religious and everything like that, and my character's getting into it. So we're going to breakfast.
Yes, you guys are at breakfast. It's I say it's twilight. It's before dawn has come because you guys are up and at it pretty early. You guys are ready to strike this head on. Yesterday, Samsara gave you guys all of the herbs and stuff you will need for the cleansing ritual.
Did Merrick refill his stash?
Merrick, are you fully alcoholed up?
As much as I can carry.
Awesome. That's about 6 or 7 days worth of alcohol?
Oh yeah, the only reason I ran dry is because we were in that stupid puzzle
For so
and then
long.
We were,
So long. Days.
I-
Literally weeks you were stuck in that puzzle.
So
and then
long.
on a stupid
That's
boat
gotta be
to
a drop, right?
stupid.
That's gotta be a drop. We assume you refill an alcohol. Boom. We're in a town like this. We do it. 10 silver drop.
Yeah.
I like it.
Remove 10 silver. You're refilled on alcohol.
Yeah, take
Hey,
10 silver out.
I'm a personable guy. People want to buy me drinks.
You're a slut. It's fine.
Poker game. I could win a couple drinks.
Yeah, everything's fine.
Skip out on a bar tab. That's easy enough.
Listen, if there's poker games, I want to play it until the point my character gets really upset.
Right.
That's why I haven't told you about the poker game.
But we are going to stop at the general store and
Whatever you'd like to do,
Wait,
you could have
do we
done it the day
have-
before. What do you want to do?
I have 10 torches. Where's that quantity? Yeah, I have 10 torches. I think we're good.
Yeah?
It's the only advice they gave. Torches.
Alright.
Can we go to stop at a general store in the morning? Just to maybe
For what?
in
Get to
case-
pick up some breakfast sandwiches?
Now I want to see if they have like
Sausage, egg, and cheeses to go.
oil,
Oil.
Flammable
So,
oil.
you want some, lamp oil?
Yes.
Alright, how much? Like a flask? 2 flasks?
Couple flasks.
Alright, you grab a few flasks. Go ahead and knock some silver off, I guess. It's 2 silver a flask, so make up your mind.
Nope, not 8,706. 87 now.
You have some silver.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, and you guys go ahead and take on off towards the Kevlipop Shrine.
Wait, this is super important. Matt, what did you name the horses?
Yeah, wait, yeah, because you guys are on horses, so horses have different travel speed than walking. What is?
I have a question. How long do torches last?
That's a great question.
Leave oil, they last forever.
Okay, so this is
Is
why
that canon?
this is why it's 1 day out. I knew it was 1 day out for a reason. You know how fast horses can go in a day? 48 miles.
Okay, so it's 2 days.
Yeah, it's 1 day there, 1 day back.
Yeah, but you're saying you could camp at the edge,
Sam,
get in and get out.
Samsara can, because she's crazy.
Just admit you're still wrong.
Oh, 100%. But that's what you guys are there for, is to correct me when I'm wrong. Because otherwise, I'm
Okay,
just
well, you have to
writing a
admit it,
story.
otherwise it's for naught.
I did admit it. I said I was wrong.
I have no need for him to admit it.
Yeah, Ryan already knows. I knew I had this written down for a reason. I just couldn't fucking remember it at the time.
I was like, wait, that church is way back there. And it's
Yeah,
really
it's 'cause You're just walking versus horses. Horses is
Yeah.
48 miles in 8 hours. But then horses can only travel 8 hours in a day, so
Well, that's some bullshit.
that's the rules, my friend.
But we got mules. They can travel.
Mules are slower than horses.
Yeah,
They can travel 16 hours though.
Horses gotta rest, alright?
Yeah.
So, already got this ready for whenever Matt gets back to name these horses.
Who's roll? Yeah, and whoever's rolling the because you're only gonna do one travel roll because you're on horses. That's the rule.
I vote Torque rolls the travel roll.
I second that, and my vote counts for 6. So, Torque, roll the travel roll. It's a d6. Torque's dead. It's just us 3.
No, I'm here. What's up?
Roll a d6 for the travel roll.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Boom.
6. Ooh, that's good. Okay.
Oh god, we fight a dragon again.
No.
Find the,
Wha-
the end of the
One
rainbow
is
and
bad.
a pot of
Not
I
6.
get
All right, 1 is bad, not 6. Okay,
pot
roll a
of gold
d20 for me.
rainbow.
We're delightfully traveling, rolling,
Alright.
listening to music and eating strawberries.
7.
7. Okay.
Here, can you send me your travel table so I know what you're looking at when you do this?
Absolutely not. That's a closely guarded Dungeon Master secret, and only by pledging the Dungeon Master Association of America can you get its.
So what you're
Secrets.
doing is asking me not to Google it. I won't.
I wish you could Google this table. I got it off the dark web.
I just need to go incognito.
He had to
and
sell
then search
3
it.
children
'cause
for
that's
it.
the dark web.
So, as you guys are traveling along the road, so the first part of the journey is pretty easy. But as the morning light starts to creep up above the mountains in the far east, that's when you guys are just about upon the forest. And you guys have never been in the forest before. But like Samsara said, you just have to go in, follow the path. You take the first left and then the first right. And then you just kind of look in that general area and you should be able to find the shrine. But as you guys are traveling, you're still in like I would call it the atrium of the forest. It's kind of this part here before you're too deep where the sun can still kind of reach in as it's coming up on the horizon. Just off of the side of the path, you see a a man in robes, and you really haven't seen anyone else this morning at all on the path here. And this is the kind of the first human soul you've seen. You see a man kind of pacing back and forth on the side of the road, and he looks like he's kind of talking to himself. And you guys riding on your horses? Do you do anything?
He's on the same road we're on, right?
He is, yes. He's like walking back and forth, and he's like talking to himself, but he's making these very exaggerated hand movements.
We're just trying on.
Yeah, I think we
Hello.
ignore the crazy.
You ignore the crazy and continue on.
As we walk by, though, I'm just like, "Good day, sir. Have a good, nice
You-
travels."
You hear him shouting off.
They're controlling everything from the way the leaves grow, the way the sun shines. They're the ones. They are the ones pulling the strings. Watch out for them.
Crystal
Good
meth, hell
travels.
of a drug.
You know why the birds sing? It's 'cause they make them.
You just keep on keeping on?
100%.
Cool. Alright, you keep going past crazy, and... Alright. That's gonna be the travel for the day.
Wait, as I walk by, I say, "Hey, we're going crazy. Want to come?"
Come, come, come. They make everybody come too.
Yeah, so, alright. You guys ignore Lake Crazy.
And it sounds just like walking through New York City or Los Angeles.
Yeah. Hey, you want a pitcher? $10. So,
Come touch me in my outfit that's covered.
my outfit, please. I haven't washed it in a week. So you guys travel on. You follow Samsara's directions, and you kind of are in the general area. You know, you follow. She says take the first left of the trail, and then take the first right. And then in the general area, kind of look for. She says she never has to look for it because she can feel where it is. But the head cleric of Feral Dun before her was not so gifted, so he actually had some written out directions for people with actual sight and not her second sight. And he said, yeah, you take the first left, take the first right, and then search off to the east of the trail. It's about 500 to 700 yards off of the trail. If you find something that looks like the shrine, but the fairy glass does not reveal the entrance, you've gone too far. And then you go about 500 feet to your east, and you will find the actual shrine. So who is leading the searching expedition?
Interrupt real quick. Matt, since you're back, there's a very important question.
Tavi
What are
with
the
us?
name? What is the name of the two? No, he stayed back. What are the name of the two horses?
Lassie and Dassy.
Oh, so speaking Lassie and Dassy, I forgot about that.
Lassie and Dassy?
Yeah, so actually before you guys left, Samsara had expressed to you how she had taken actually an interest in Tavi because of how good he was at reading, and she was not able to read. So they were actually spending a lot of time together, just diving into lore and the old library and all these books and such. So they've become fast friends.
Little horn dog. Unbelievable.
Definitely a horn dog.
He went after the
Tavi's
blind
little
girl.
shit.
But
Ain't nothing but a horn dog.
All right. So who is leading the searching expedition?
I'll do it.
Okay. Roll me a survival check.
This is not my strong suit.
All right, 14.
I'll take it.
Okay, so so how are you guys finding which way is east and west? Because you guys are in the forest, and like I said, the forest, it's very like the canopy is completely covered. It's completely thick, so it blots out the sky. But there are these sort of bioluminescent fungus that are very high up in the trees, because the trees themselves, they're very large, very thick, but very, very far apart. So it's basically like you're in this extremely large cave, and the canopy is being held up by the trees themselves, and there's all sorts of fungus up and down the trees that's actually glowing and has like this faint, eerie blue light that's always pretty much going on down here.
We talking like football field between the trees, bigger, smaller?
Probably like 2 or 3 football fields between the trees out here.
Gotcha.
And the trees themselves are like 100 feet around. Well, like 100-foot radius is what I meant. Like, you know, they're very big. Very big, very far apart.
So, would I have a compass? Seeing as
Why not? Sure.
I traveled.
There you go. That's what I was looking for.
Boom, I have a compass.
So you crank your compass out, and you're pretty good at measuring distance. Being, you know, you're a gnome. You're a pretty industrious kind of guy. So you've, you kind of find your way with a very good and keen direction. And as you guys,
again, 400.
what?
420.
Yeah, he's an old man.
Better be able to fucking.
I know, right? We got an old man.
Surrounded by a bunch of 18-year-olds.
Yeah.
So, Craig, I also have this thing called a radiant weapon.
Okay, describe it to me.
It's just a little dagger.
Does it
but
glow
is
when orcs are nearby?
No, it's as a bonus action. From holding it, which I am in my hand, and I can use a bonus action to cause it to shed bright light in a 30-foot radius and dim light for an additional 30 feet.
Oh, so you've been like kind of using that to. Are you guys still on the horses? Or did you leave them like?
Assume
I am
so,
on-
yes.
I am
Why
on
would we
foot.
get off?
Amen.
Right.
You're not just leaving Alpha with the horses at the trail again?
No, we're taking the horses all the way to the grave. Let's fucking go.
Craig,
No,
did you
not
ever
so much
actually
serious.
watch those movies or read the books?
Which ones?
Lord of the Rings.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. I fucking love Lord of the Rings. Shut the fuck up.
We're checking because you're such a meme Every time I ask you, I've never watched that movie.
Oh, well, yeah, but Lord of the Rings and The Matrix are like my favorite movies.
So you
so-
watched the. Okay.
Oh,
Those are
I
dumb
can
movies.
quote that whole fucking
I'm
movie
like-
series to you because that's the only one I've watched growing up.
Okay. Because I've heard you do movie quotes where I'm like, he didn't watch that fucking movie.
Yeah, no, I've watched all the Lord of the Rings many times, and I'm a very big nerd about it. So I've only read The Hobbit. I haven't read the complete Lord of the Rings series yet. So, but whatever.
4,000 pages.
Yeah, Kirsten just bought the whole the entire series as a one paperback novel. It's pretty nuts. So, yeah, you guys are. I mean, so on your trip you've seen a bunch of wildlife. Basically, you've seen these kind of deer that kind of like dip off when you guys approach. They have you see most of them are these very dark colored, but a few of the you assume they're younger members of this herd of deer. They have like these glowing white spots. And they kind of like dip off when you guys approach. You haven't seen anything too crazy yet. There's besides like the glowing fungus, you've seen a few large. They look like carnivorous plants. Because Philo, you're familiar with those because they're and Merrick, you're also familiar with carnivorous plants because of where you live in the island, but they're more familiar or more frequent down south. But there are a few of them in this forest. But the trip itself has been relatively uneventful. And Torek, you roll me one more survival check.
Ooh, not so good.
Okay, who is holding the fairy glass?
I thought Alpha was because Samsara was mentioning how he'd be able to perform the ritual.
Okay, so you
I don't
guys roll up on a clearing. Well, I mean, there's a lot of clearings here, but you roll up on what you suspect is the shrine. You see a large rock. It's about 20 feet tall, about 25, 30 feet in diameter. It's just a big, it's not a cylinder, but it's like a big shark tooth looking boulder. You see that sitting in the center of 6 about person-sized boulders. Those are all in a circle, and the big one's in the middle. That means you guys go.
You said 6 boulders.
There's 6 boulders around it and one large one in the middle. Yes.
Doesn't that mean we've gone too far? Did we
So
We
written.
should see the doorway.
You have to look through the fairy glass.
Alright, I'll
Alpha.
take a look through it.
You take a look through the fairy glass. It's not very much glass that's in this, rock slide that they gave you. So you go ahead and look through it, and it's kind of tough to see through it, but it just looks like this is a normal rock, as far as you can tell. You've gone around the side a few times, and yeah, this just you can't quite see. Nothing changes when you look through the fairy glass at this rock.
Seems
To the
pretty
east.
normal, guys. Pretty normal.
Star said if that's what it is, it means we've gone too far.
Let me take a look. Maybe you don't know how to work it right, Alpha.
Alright, here, take it.
All right, Merrick, roll a check for me. Roll a perception check. Yep, there's definitely 100% no doorway on that rock. The rock just looks like a rock. It's just a blue tinted rock now that you've been looking through the fairy glass.
Hey guys, I don't think there's a doorway here. We should probably check the somewhere else.
So Sar just said it means we've gone too far, so we just need to backtrack a bit.
5 minutes due east, if my memory serves.
These,
Yeah.
It was 500 feet due east, or
500 feet,
yards due
500
east.
yards due east, if my memory serves me right.
That just means left?
Let's follow.
Due left.
I pull out
Let's,
the
let's
compass.
follow the compass.
See, Ryan,
And
that's funny metagaming, and that is totally encouraged.
I pull out the dagger and just sort of light it real quickly and look at the compass.
And east
point
is
east.
left.
All right, I start walking to the right, and then turn around and walk to the left.
All right. Whose horse are you on if you're walking?
I'm on foot.
Okay, you're walking, and then the horses are trotting behind you because they're tired from running
I'm
fast all
trying
day.
to give him a break.
Okay. So, yeah, you guys go roll. You know, I'm not even gonna make you roll a survival check because it's pretty easy. You got a compass. You were smart about that. And then 500 yards due east is the same exact. Setup of rocks. 6 rocks around the outside, 1 big one in the middle. Floor is yours. Yeah, exactly. Around the outside.
I guess I still have the glass, so I look through it.
Yeah, roll me another perception check, please.
I light the dagger and illuminate the area.
So, Merrick, you hold your eyes up to the glass, and you see clear as day just a gray door in the rock face.
I go to open it.
So if you're looking through the glass and as you're looking through it, you can feel where the handle is, and you go ahead and open it, and then all of a sudden a hole appears in the rock, visible to everybody.
You said visible to everybody?
Correct.
Hey guys, I found the door.
Well, let's waste no time. Let's get inside.
So you all tie the horses up and you all dip in?
Should probably bring the horses, right?
Garrett, do you want to stay with the horses this time?
Yeah, I'll stay with the horses this time.
You can tie them up if you'd like. That's a thing, tying up horses.
Yeah, they get.
I'm gonna take a rope and start tying up Dassy.
All right, who's tying up Lassie?
I'll tie up Lassie.
All right. And there's this nice, really soft moss on the ground, but it grows up these weird stalks. So, the horses have been munching on the stalks that are coming out of the moss, and they seem to be pretty happy about it. So you guys go ahead and descend into the Kevlipop Shrine. So you guys are walking into the shrine. And Torek is still leading, I imagine, with his glowing dagger.
Yeah.
So the shrine, the entrance to the shrine, it leads. There's a stairs leading down, and then it flattens out for about 10 or 15 feet. Then it goes down again, and it flattens out, and then you guys open up into this hexagonal shaped room. There's this statue in the middle of the room. It seems to just be this. It looks like very old. There's a few cracks on it, but it is. It looks like a woman. You can't quite make out her face because that's all kind of weathered and gone away. But she looks like she's holding a harp. She's wearing a sort of dress that's kind of it would be blowing in the wind if this was a real life scene. And then behind the shrine on the opposite side of the room behind the statue on the opposite side of the room when you guys walked in, there is just an open archway.
What does the heart look like? Like the fake thing that we see as a heart, or does it look like a fucking...
It's a stone carving of a harp. You see
harp.
harp, HARP.
I get it.
Yeah. No, she's holding a real beating heart
I
in her
thought
hand.
she said like a.
That's yeah, right. Fuck. I wish I could redo it now because that's so fucking. That's so much cooler than a harp.
The statue that they tell us we need to perform the ritual at? They didn't really explain exactly what the statue looks like, I guess.
I'm gonna look through the glass.
We have a.
You look through the
Repeat
glass.
this.
Merrick, you said.
Yeah, see if anything stands out.
Roll a perception check. So as you're looking through the glass, you can faintly make out like a sort of writing on the wall, but you can't see it clearly enough to actually like. It's just very faint from the glass you're looking through.
But
That-
it stands out from like the background and stuff.
You can like when you like quickly swap between looking through the glass and not looking through the glass, you can tell something's different, but it's just so faint that you can't actually make out what it is.
Can I go up to it and get closer to look?
Oh, you definitely can, and that's actually kind of how you noticed that it's there. Is like you walked closer, like swap in, swap out, swap in, swap out. You notice something's changing, and that it's a script of sort. It's just it's too faint for you to see.
So it's like written on the wall then?
Yeah.
Well, can I get like right up to it and like make it out or no?
No, that's what I was saying. You can't.
Okay, I can't read it at all.
Yeah, it's too faint.
Oh, okay.
It's like written over all the walls in here, the whole wall,
Like
everywhere.
a Saw movie, like shit's just everywhere.
Yep. I'm not
That's
going to
all.
say necessarily like a Saw movie, but shit is written everywhere on the walls.
Shit.
Alpha, this is where we need you.
So do I perform it or just anywhere or?
Mayor, give him the glass.
You have directions.
Yeah, remember you were written out directions of what to do?
Tiago wrote us some directions, guys. Remember?
Well, didn't they give it to Alpha directly?
I mean, we didn't explicitly say it.
Yeah.
The party has the directions.
All right. Well, somebody read it out to me, and I'll.
So it
Imagine.
says that once you see the statue, you go down further, and then you perform the ritual down there.
No steps to the ritual.
Well, the ritual was it was
We
a
need to
burn.
go underneath the statue.
Yep, and you have to burn some sage, drop it in the pool, burn some worm root, drop it into the pool, and say a quick prayer.
I don't pray.
Well, that's what Alpha's for.
What I'm for.
So
Any
do we?
prayer?
Can we see the way further down?
Yeah, it was on the opposite side of the room when you guys walked in.
All right, ship it. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's
Yep.
head further down, guys.
All right, so you guys walk further down, and this as you go through this archway, the stairs lead down a little bit. It's about another 10 feet of a landing, and then they go down again. And then you guys open up into a smaller square room than you were in before. And you see on the far side of the room, when you walked in, there is a pool. It's just like a small pool of water. And you can see the water is not clear in there. It is tainted a dark purple. But you also see along the walls there are hundreds of what look like old lanterns left here.
Are they lit or like not lit?
So they're very old. They look like everyone that's been to this shrine before has basically like left a lantern here as they after they performed their ritual and left.
We don't have a lantern, right?
No, you have a light, lit knife.
We also have torches, which we could make.
Light. You can light the lights on the lanterns.
We should light the lanterns.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna
you
say,
just
can
wanna
we
light all of them?
reuse an old lantern?
Or at least light one.
Who has the torch?
Well, you guys don't necessarily have a
Oh,
torch.
that's
You
right,
have
torch,
a
okay,
just
sorry,
a
sorry.
glowing dagger. But there's like hundreds of lanterns. Some of them you can see
Okay.
have like much more dust on them and much more cobwebs on them
How are
than
they-
others do.
How are they arranged?
So
Yes.
there's like one shelf really behind the pool, and it spans basically like half of the room, from the left all the way to the right. There's just all sorts of lanterns lined up. You can see it looks like the ones on the left have been there the longest because they are the thickest covered with spider webs and dust. And then the ones on the left, the one on the rightmost on the left, looks like it has. You can still kind of see the glass underneath the dust on the one on the right.
I'm going to start backing up. Say, Alpha, this is you.
And should I start, guys, or? All right, I'll take out my sensor then and
And you perform the ritual.
start burning it, and I'll say a prayer. Kalor from above, cleansing all impurities, washing fears away. And I drop, what was it, sage, the worm root, was it?
Yep, you light the sage on fire. You drop it in. And that fizzes and bubbles, and the water turns like a deep crimson red. And then you light the worm root on fire. You drop it in. The water turns like this vivid green, bubbles up for a minute, and then you finish your prayer.
Yep.
And the water turns clear.
But do you guys hear that?
I definitely heard something. Was that not from you?
No.
I'm gonna do a perception check.
Can I, hey Merrick, can you give me the glass?
Here,
What are you trying to
take
perceive?
it.
Just everything in general?
I heard a noise. I'm trying to perceive what the noise was.
Yeah, you don't know. You just heard
I'm
it.
gonna look through the glass again, down here.
All right, what are you looking at?
Just all around, in the.
Roll a perception check.
Alright. Yeah, buddy.
So you're looking around. You don't. I mean, the water now is clear. It's not purple anymore. You're looking through the fairy glass. It's kind of tough to see because there's really not a lot of light down here, and the glass it's kind of a shitty piece of glass, so it's not like perfectly clear. But there's really, you can't really see anything out of the ordinary.
And with that, do I can perceive where that sound came from, or was it?
No, you do not.
While he's doing this, I'm gonna light one of the lanterns.
So you just grab anyone, or
I
Oh.
rolled a 5 perception. I don't see any.
do you light one of like the torches you have?
No, I want to light a
Nah.
lantern.
I'm gonna
I'll light a torch. Fuck it.
kind of instinctively walk up to the second one from the left, and I'll cast Sacred Flame at it. See if it light it up. Try and light it up.
So first, Philo, you lit the torch, right? So you light up the torch, and since you guys already had like a dagger kind of lighting it, but the dagger was like this. What color was the dagger glowing, Torek?
It's a white light.
Okay, so it's like this, fluorescent white light, and that kind of gave everything this like off-putting, unnatural kind of look. But once you lit the torch, everything kind of feels a little more homey. It feels more like a shrine in here. So you're put a little more at ease, but you can just tell it. All these lanterns out there are very old, and as Alpha, after you light that, Alpha actually reaches up and grabs the second. You said the second one from the left.
Yes.
So this one is just covered in cobwebs and extremely dirty. But you pick it up, and it kind of the air kind of fills with this sort of dust after you've picked it up. What do you do with it?
I'm gonna inspect it
You're like,
first.
and how is you just checking it out?
Just is there like what's inside of it? Is it
So
just...
it's complete. Like you kind of have to like clean it off a little bit first, in order to do that. Because like I said, it was very dirty. It seems like it's been down here for a very long time. But as you're like cleaning it off, you notice that it's made of this. It's made of a silver, but it doesn't. It doesn't look like it's tarnished at all in these years. And as you're kind of cleaning it off, you get down to where the glass would be on the lantern, and you see, instead of a nice either light green or a clear glass, it's actually this bright blue color.
Fuck it, I'll light that motherfucker.
So you're looking for a way to actually open it up and light it, but you look through and it doesn't look like there's a candle inside, and there's no obvious way to pop the top open, but you kind of see this like latch underneath the on the bottom of the lantern, and as you go ahead and like kind of turn the lantern actually lights up on its own, and it is a very bright, cool blue color that like illuminates the entire room. It cuts right through the dust on the lantern, but as you rub that dust off, the light gets brighter, and it is illuminating the entire room. And everyone notices, off to the left, you see a doorway, an archway that is there that was not there before.
I go and try and open it.
Oh, it's just an archway. It's open. You can just walk right on it.
I go and
Boy, they didn't mention
Alpha,
this.
what did you do?
I just messing with it. I tried to would look like try to open it, but I don't know.
Did it work? Seems like there's one way to go now.
So-
Yes.
You all go into the archway.
Yeah, let's do it.
So it's just a short little it's a short little 10-foot hallway, and then it opens up into another room. And in the corner of the room, you see this black sort of goo.
Oh, God.
And actually, as you go into the room and your lantern illuminates it, the black goo kind of hisses at you,
Oh.
and this like stalk like a think of like one slug's eye, kind of like open, like sticks up out of it, and then it's an eye, a vivid purple eye opens up and looks at you.
Ooh.
What do you all do?
I kind of want to attack it.
How?
I think Alpha should walk closer with the lantern and fucking dissolve it.
I'm gonna. Well, the place is pretty lit right now, right?
It is lit with this cool blue light.
All right.
I'm gonna lift up my staff with the runes carved into it.
So you put your knife away.
Do you need two hands for a staff?
I think staffs are two hands. Are you using a staff with one hand or two hands?
One hand.
Okay.
It is a staff with runes used in it to cast.
You're casting, not
It's an
attacking.
arcane focus.
Yep, that's fine.
All right, so I've got the dagger in one hand, illuminating, and I cast firebolt at this thing and go.
All right, roll an attack with advantage.
That's just your reaction to something. It's like-
Okay, so you rocket this fireball off. Do damage. Or this firebolt.
God damn.
You roll twice, right? If you crit.
Hold on. It already did it for you. That 5+1 is the crit.
Gotcha.
So you rocket this firebolt.
That's shitty.
Yeah, it would be that way sometimes. You rocket this firebolt off at. You hit it square in the eye, and it lets off another squeal, and it dissolves. It burns away, and is gone. And you guys are just kind of in this empty room now.
Sweet.
Cool.
Sorry, I could not.
Oh, tell Philo what just happened.
We came in here and there was this black slimy thing that hissed us and had a purple eye when it was all nasty and shit. And Torek just reflexively and not gracefully kind of tweaked out and casted a firebolt at it and killed it.
I like it. Alright.
And what? Okay.
And you feel a sense of accomplishment from doing
Do
that.
I?
You all hear this light whisper that says, "Yes." And we're going to end the session there.
This is behind us.
It whispers level 7, right?
Actually, you're level 13 now.
Nice.
Congratulations. Prepare for the dragons.
Oh
But
boy.
also, that's
Oh,
where
we know the handle
campaign
now.
ends.
We're level 13.
Yeah.
It whispered.
Suck.
Cool.
Wow.
Well, all right. I'm gonna light some more stuff on fire next time.
Well, hopefully we will
You
have the
just
opportunity
beat-
to.
You just beat Craig's boss.
I like
in
it.
one
I
hit.
like it.
Yeah, my boss was six health. That's it. Easy. Got him.
That's my
Matt-
type of puzzle. You don't have to think
Matt-
too much. You just fucking throw spells.
Throw a cantrip
That's
at
my
him and he
type of-
dies. Great,
I love
my
it.
favorite boss.
Yep.
Matt, do you like your character?
Why?
Less roleplay than you've been in the past.
Yeah, certain things have been annoying the shit out of me.